Hey, what's going on, guys? Justin Williams back at you with another episode on our Flintknapping 101 tips and tricks. And today we're going to be talking about safety and making sure you guys have a good perspective and understanding when it comes to flintknapping. So stick with me. All right, so what I want us to do is be able to begin to look at each different aspect of safety. And so there's four primary areas that we're wanting to make sure we protect ourselves. One is from just overall bruising and sores on our legs and our body whenever we're doing strikes down. And so that's why I highly recommend that you put down a leather pad to help protect your body, and it helps prevent any type of bruising or injuries. It does have some blood on it because that's the next aspect, is you need to make sure that you're protecting yourself from any type of blade cuts and understanding that these stones can cut you. This is one here that is obsidian. Let's get a close-up of it. And this here is by far one of the most sharpest and dangerous to me because they're super fragile and great for doing things, but it'll cut you wide open. And here is a beautiful Georgetown piece that I've cut myself pretty good on. You can see the blood on there and there. And then, especially, like I said, that's the stuff that makes beautiful, obsidian makes beautiful stone knives and daggers and different things like so. But overall, you got to be super careful when it comes to making sure you protect yourself from being cut. And so the way we do that is we either make sure we wear some gloves whenever you're going flintknapping, or make sure you wrap your fingers with some athletic tape. And this is probably my sure go-to now. It takes a little more time than just shoving on a glove, but I really like just wrapping my 3 primary fingers in for flintknapping. And I do the 3 primary fingers and sometimes even my pinky, and it just helps protect my fingers from getting cut. And on my middle finger, this is an example where I have a severe scar from one day when I was flintknapping. So that definitely brought about my safety skills with making sure I protect myself. So far we talked about protecting your body from bruising and injury. We talked about blood and cutting. Make sure you don't cut yourself. And then the next thing I want to talk about is your respiratory and understanding different infections and different aspects of the dangers of breathing in the fibers, the powders of the stones. It will jack you up, especially the same with the wood processing too. Whenever you are making different arrowheads and different things, this right here will definitely affect your respiratory, give you a respiratory infection. It can really cause permanent issues. So making sure we do things to protect it. And the key aspects to that is using a facial mask. If you don't have any type of aspects to protect yourself, then also you want to make sure that you do not flintknap indoors. A lot of people do, but you risk, if you don't have proper airflow, then it's going to jack people up. Another aspect is I highly recommend that if there is very little airflow, that you get a fan going, and something as simple as a little bitty fan or a big box fan. But the biggest thing is get outdoors whenever you are flintknapping so that you don't get the silicosis, which is this dangerous infection of the lungs from inhaling this powder. So we want to make sure that we make sure that you guys are getting proper ventilation. All right, so the last thing I want to make sure you keep in mind too is protecting your eyes. There have been several people who have taken shards, little flakes, right off the stone, boom, up into the eye, and cause permanent eye damage. So you definitely want to make sure, whether you're wearing your regular glasses or not, make sure you have some type of eye protection as you are flintknapping and processing out the stone. Because a piece of this obsidian was to come up and stab you in the eye, you would definitely regret it. So, well, I hope you guys got something out of today's video, especially understanding safety and silicosis and realizing that there are different aspects that can cause permanent health damage. So it's important that you guys make sure you stay safe and that you apply these skills so that you don't have any permanent damage to your body. A lot of it, like I said, is very rare that any of those conditions happen. Just be sure to protect yourself, and especially when it comes to protecting your hands so you don't cut yourself bleeding. It's going to happen though. It's just natural that everybody at one point in time is going to cut themselves. It's just part of it. But I'm telling you what, you stick with it, you're going to get better and better all the time, and you're going to continue to grow. So I'm so grateful for you guys checking out my videos. There's still several to come, so I encourage you to be sure to share, subscribe, and stick with me. And once again, for all you guys out there that have your particular aspects, you disagree with me, that's okay. We have our differences in our beliefs and our understandings and our perspectives on flint knapping, and just I encourage you guys to get out there and learn your own and have a proper understanding and aspects when it comes to flint knapping. So these are my tips and tricks. So be sure to share, subscribe, and stay tuned.